I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter and even some content creators here on YouTube talk about the top 5 cards that they relied on the most during 2021. I thought I would make a video doing that, talking about the top 5 cards that I relied on during 2021. This trend was started by DifferentFight. I will link his video down below, and let's get into it. Funny enough, they're all Vanguard cards. I know some people put Yu-Gi-Oh cards in. I'm sure some people put Magic cards in or Pokemon cards, but mine are all Vanguard. Number 5, Cardinal Deus Orphist. This card is very special to me because when Overdress first started, I really felt the hype. I was so excited for Vanguard. I thought I would be a Prison player because I was a Narukami player, and that felt very Narukami. It felt like Diet Bind, but as I built decks, I built like all 10, and Prison didn't feel good. Hexorb didn't feel good. Eugene felt terrible. Zorga was okay. Magnolia, a little bit less okay. Barrow Magnus felt cool. Bruce felt fine. There was this one deck that I just loved. It was so simple, so straightforward. That was Orphist. I love the fact that Orphist can make a field out of nothing using 2 Counterblast as long as your world is Abyssal Dark Knight. And that Orphist powers up itself. And even when you have no cards in hand, as long as you have 2 Counterblast and your world is Abyssal Dark Knight, you have a game plan. It's pretty cool. Number 4, Trickstar. Like I said, I was very hyped about Overdress. I love Trickstar. And also watching the anime and Yu Yu's connection to Trickstar, it made me appreciate a lot of other rearguards as well. No deck functions without its rearguards, and Trickstar and just the Overdress mechanic as a whole is so unique, so different from a lot of other things that existed in Vanguard. This card could be a booster. This card can be an attacker if you know what you're doing. It evolves, and so should we. Number 3, Bastion. I like this card. This is what I took to Springfest. I didn't think I would like Bastion, actually, but no, it is super simple, but also really fun to play, and I fell in love with playing Bastion during set 1, and that love has never left. I still play Bastion. It's great. And this card specifically, I got to play in my first major event. That's always going to be special. Next up, Giant Deity of Distant World, Valkyrian. Played in BRO using Valkyrian. This is the card that I got to play against the NA/LA BRO V Premium champion, Kevin Cho. I played against him in AO, but still. I got to play against WCC YRAB using this card. In NA/LA, I got to play against Mr. Time Leap, Vanguard Insider. That was really cool. Playing this card, I got to play against so many other interesting people playing this card. When I was in my room, it's 2 a.m., not feeling great mentally, I can just solitaire, and I can just bring out Valkyrian. It always feels good. It never feels bad. It never feels bad to bring out Valkyrian. I love this deck. I've played this deck since it got introduced in V. Valkyrian will always have a special place in my heart. Number 5, Eradicator, Gauntlet Buster Dragon. This is my favorite card in the entire game. My avatar. I love Naoki as a character. This is his guy. I love what Eradicators has become. This card is also really cool, specifically this copy. This is the SVR. The reason this is so special to me is because I pulled it out of like half a case. One of my only goals for that is I hope I pull an SVR Gauntlet Buster. That would be so cool. It's my favorite card, and I pulled it. The amount of glee in that moment that I felt was so insane. I love riding into SVR Gauntlet Buster. I love Eradicators, even though it may not be even remotely the best deck in V Premium. I know in Premium it's pretty good, but then that's like Vowing Sword. But still, I love Gauntlet Buster, and it's definitely a card I will always have at least this SVR copy in my Eradicator deck no matter how bad it gets, I'm just gonna keep playing it because I love Gauntlet Buster. It's the sentiment it's carried along with it since it came out too. Those memories of when it came out and feeling so good playing Narukami and V, because the thing you really couldn't do before, binding all of your opponents front row, that was such a task, and this one card could do it. It still does it. It's so good. I love this card. I genuinely love this card and all of the just nuance around this card for my personal life. That's my number one. Narukami is my favorite clan. Gauntlet Buster is my favorite card. So yeah, those are the 5 cards that really carried me through 2021. There's a ton of other cards that could have been runner-ups. Barrow Magnus, Urger, Arcs, Alden, Fulsato, Vanquisher, Stunverse. There's so many other cards that were really good, but these are the 5 that when I really think about, I don't think I could take any of them on this list and replace them with anything else. Gauntlet Buster, Valkyrian, Bastion, Trickstar, and Orphist. Those are the top 5 cards that I relied on the most this year. Let me know in the comments. What are yours? I'll see you guys next time.